Hello everyone. If this is your first time here, thank you so much, and if you are a regular viewer, then welcome back. I truly appreciate your time and support. Before we can start the video, please subscribe my channel and hit the like button. Now let's jump into the topic. Australia is known for its stunning landscapes, high quality of life, and thriving cities. However, living in some of its major urban centers comes at a steep price. With rising housing costs, expensive groceries, and increasing utility bills, many Australians and expats are finding it harder than ever to afford daily life. In this video, we're counting down the top 10 cities in Australia where the cost of living has reached unbearable levels. Whether you're considering moving to Australia or already live here and are struggling with expenses, this list will give you an insight into the financial challenges in different parts of the country. From skyrocketing rent in Sydney to the rising cost of essentials in Melbourne, we'll break down what makes these cities so expensive. We'll look at factors like average rental prices, grocery costs, transportation, and other essential expenses that make these cities some of the priciest places to live. If you're wondering which Australian cities are the toughest on your wallet, stick around till the end. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more content like this. Let's dive in. Number 10. Hobart, Tasmania. Hobart, the capital of Tasmania, has become one of Australia's more expensive cities due to rising housing costs, increasing demand, and limited supply. Once known for its affordability compared to mainland cities, Hobart has experienced a surge in property prices, making it difficult for residents to keep up with expenses. The average rent for a one-bedroom apartment in the city centre is around $1,700 per month, while utilities can cost approximately $270 monthly. Grocery prices have also risen, with essentials like milk costing about $1.95 per liter and eggs around $5.110 per dozen. Dining out is not cheap either, with a meal at an inexpensive restaurant costing around $20. Transportation expenses add to the burden, as a monthly public transport pass is roughly $72.50. Despite its beautiful landscapes and relaxed lifestyle, the cost of living in Hobart is becoming increasingly challenging for locals and newcomers alike. While it remains cheaper than Sydney or Melbourne, the gap is narrowing, making affordability a growing concern for many residents. Number 9. Cairns, located in Queensland, offers a more affordable lifestyle compared to Australia's major capital cities. Monthly living expenses in Cairns are estimated to range between $1,500 and $82,100, which is lower than in capital cities and comparable to other major regional centers. Housing costs are notably lower. Purchasing a house in Cairns can be less than half the price of similar properties in major capital cities. For renters, a one-bedroom apartment in the city centre averages around $580 per week, while outside the city centre, rents may drop to about $425 per week. Other expenses, such as childcare, private schooling, and parking, are also more affordable in Cairns compared to larger Australian cities. Overall, Cairns provides a cost-effective alternative for those seeking a balance between urban amenities and a more relaxed lifestyle. Number 8. Darwin, Northern Territory. Darwin, the capital of Australia's Northern Territory, offers a unique blend of tropical climate and cultural diversity. In recent years, the city has experienced a notable increase in living costs, particularly in housing. As of late 2024, the average cost of living for a single person in Darwin is approximately $81,564 per month, excluding rent. Housing expenses have seen significant growth. Rent for a one-bedroom apartment in the city centre averages around $81,700 per month, while outside the city centre it is approximately $1,300 per month. Grocery prices in Darwin are slightly higher than the Australian average. For instance, a litre of milk costs about $1.09, a loaf of bread is around $1.85, and a dozen eggs are approximately $4.69. Dining out can also be relatively expensive, with a meal at an inexpensive restaurant costing around $27.50. and a 3-course meal for 2 at a mid-range restaurant averaging $125. Transportation costs are moderate, with a one-way ticket on local transport priced at about $241 and a monthly pass costing approximately $59.80. Despite these rising costs, Darwin continues to attract residents with its vibrant community, employment opportunities, and access to natural attractions. However, it's essential for potential residents to carefully consider these expenses when planning a move to the top end. Number 7. Adelaide. Adelaide, the capital of South Australia, is often celebrated for its balance between urban amenities and affordability. As of January 2025, a single person's estimated monthly expenses, excluding rent, are approximately AUD 1,698. Housing in Adelaide is relatively affordable compared to other major Australian cities. The average cost of living in Adelaide is $2,246, placing it in the top 14% of the most expensive cities globally, yet it remains more affordable than cities like Sydney or Melbourne. Grocery prices in Adelaide are generally reasonable. For instance, a liter of milk costs about $1.46, a loaf of bread is around $2.32, and a dozen eggs are approximately $4.30. Dining out is also relatively affordable, with a meal at an inexpensive restaurant costing around $20. Transportation costs are moderate, with a one-way ticket on local transport priced at about $2.98, and a monthly pass costing approximately $79.40. Despite these advantages, it's important to note that some suburbs in Adelaide are experiencing significant mortgage stress, with certain areas reporting that 100% of mortgage holders are at risk of default. Overall, Adelaide offers a cost-effective lifestyle with a high quality of life, making it an attractive option for both residents and newcomers. Number 6. Perth, Western Australia. Perth, the capital of Western Australia, offers a dynamic urban environment with a relatively moderate cost of living compared to Australia's eastern capitals. As of January 2025, a single person's estimated monthly expenses, excluding rent, are approximately $1,558. Housing in Perth is more affordable than in cities like Sydney or Melbourne. Rent for a one-bedroom apartment in the city centre averages around $1,800 per month, while outside the city centre, it is approximately $1,400 per month. Grocery prices in Perth are generally reasonable. For instance, a liter of milk costs about $81.60, a loaf of bread is around $2.80, and a dozen eggs are approximately $5.50. Dining out is also relatively affordable, with a meal at an inexpensive restaurant costing around $25. Transportation costs are moderate, with a one-way ticket on local transport priced at about $4.50, and a monthly pass costing approximately $150. Despite these advantages, it's important to note that Australia is facing a severe rental affordability crisis, with new reports indicating that many Australians find nearly all capital cities, including Perth, unaffordable. Overall, Perth offers a cost-effective lifestyle with a high quality of life, making it an attractive option for both residents and newcomers. Number 5. Brisbane, Queensland. Brisbane, the capital of Queensland, offers a vibrant urban lifestyle with a cost of living that is moderate compared to other major Australian cities. As of January 2025, a single person's estimated monthly expenses, excluding rent, are approximately $1,490. Housing costs in Brisbane are relatively affordable. Rent for a one-bedroom apartment in the city centre averages around $2,000 per month, while outside the city centre, it is approximately $1,500 per month. Grocery prices in Brisbane are generally reasonable. For instance, a liter of milk costs about AUD 1.60, a loaf of bread is around $2.80, and a dozen eggs are approximately $5.50. Dining out is also relatively affordable, with a meal at an inexpensive restaurant costing around $25. Transportation costs are moderate, with a one-way ticket on local transport priced at about $4.50 and a monthly pass costing approximately $150. Despite these advantages, it's important to note that Australia is facing a severe rental affordability crisis, with new reports indicating that many Australians find nearly all capital cities, including Brisbane, unaffordable. Overall, Brisbane offers a cost-effective lifestyle with a high quality of life, making it an attractive option for both residents and newcomers. Number 4. Canberra. Canberra, the capital city of Australia, offers a unique blend of urban amenities and natural beauty, making it an attractive option for many. However, like most major cities, it comes with a notable cost of living. As of early 2025, a single person's estimated monthly expenses, excluding rent, are around $81,872. Housing in Canberra can be expensive, with rent for a one-bedroom apartment in the city centre averaging $2,000 per month, while outside the city centre it drops to about $1,500. Basic utilities like electricity, water, and heating cost approximately $300 per month. Grocery prices in Canberra are fairly typical of Australian cities, with a litre of milk priced at around $1.50, a loaf of bread for $2.50, and eggs costing about $4 for a dozen. For those who prefer dining out, a meal at an inexpensive restaurant costs around $25, and a three-course meal for two at a mid-range restaurant averages $100. Transportation is another consideration, with a one-way public transport ticket priced at $4 and a monthly pass around $150. Overall, while Canberra's cost of living can be higher in some areas like rent and utilities, its balance of urban conveniences and scenic surroundings makes it an appealing choice for both residents and newcomers. Number 3. Melbourne. Melbourne, the vibrant capital of Victoria, is known for its dynamic urban lifestyle and cultural offerings. However, the cost of living in the city can be significant, especially in terms of housing. As of early 2025, a single person's estimated monthly expenses, excluding rent, are around $606. Housing in Melbourne is relatively expensive, with rent for a one-bedroom apartment in the city centre averaging around $2,000 per month, while outside the city centre, it is slightly more affordable at $1,500 per month. Basic utilities, including electricity, water, and garbage, cost approximately $300 per month. Groceries in Melbourne are in line with other major cities, with milk priced at about $1.50 per litre, bread costing around $2.50 for a 500 grams loaf, and eggs averaging $4 per dozen. For those who prefer dining out, a meal at an inexpensive restaurant typically costs around $25, while a three-course meal for two at a mid-range restaurant averages $100. Public transportation is reasonably priced, with a one-way ticket costing about $4 and a monthly pass priced at approximately $150. While the cost of living in Melbourne can be high, especially when it comes to rent, the city's rich cultural scene, job opportunities, and overall high quality of life make it an appealing place to live. Number 2. Byron Bay. Byron Bay, a coastal town in New South Wales, is known for its laid-back lifestyle, stunning beaches, and vibrant culture. However, it also comes with a high cost of living, which has steadily increased in recent years. As of 2024, a single person's monthly expenses, excluding rent, are approximately $1,958. Rent is particularly expensive, with a one-bedroom apartment in the city centre averaging $2,000 per month and $1,500 outside the centre. The median price for purchasing a home in Byron Bay is around $1.4 million. Basic utilities, including electricity, water, and garbage, cost about $300 per month, while grocery prices are slightly above average, with milk costing around $1.50 per litre and bread around $2.50. Dining out can be pricey, with a meal at an inexpensive restaurant costing about $25. Public transportation is available, with a one-way ticket priced at around $4. The area is facing a housing crisis, with rental prices soaring and a severe shortage of available homes. Despite the high costs, the town's beauty and lifestyle make it a popular destination. Number 1. Sydney. Sydney, Australia's largest city, offers a vibrant lifestyle, diverse culture, and iconic landmarks, but the cost of living here is notably high. As of early 2025, the estimated monthly expenses for a single person, excluding rent, are around $1,749. Housing in Sydney is one of the most expensive in the country, with rent for a one-bedroom apartment in the city centre averaging $2,500 per month. While outside the city centre, it costs around 1,800. Utilities, including electricity, heating, water, and garbage, can add up to about 300 per month. Groceries in Sydney are on the pricier side compared to other cities, with a liter of milk costing around odd 150 thes, a loaf of bread around odd 250, and eggs at odd 4 per dozen. Dining out can also be expensive, with a meal at an inexpensive restaurant costing around EED 25, and a 3-course meal for 2 at a mid-range restaurant averaging 100. Public transport is commonly used, with a one-way ticket priced at about odd 4 and a monthly pass costing around AUD 150. Despite these high costs, Sydney's urban amenities, thriving job market, and natural beauty make it a desirable place to live, albeit with a higher price tag. Thank you for watching. Do subscribe my channel and hit the like button. Follow for more.